Yeah.
No. 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 It says no.
I'll get that John.
Another John. 3 Johns.
Can I try it?
I forgot his white ones.
Right, Moncrief drill, full in, detachment, rear. One! Action! Shut off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 5, full out. 1, stand down, ace. Rubbish, number 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crownhill Fort. Before you is a detachment of No. 1 Depot Company, 7th Western Division Royal Artillery, representing the men who are based here at Crownhill Fort throughout the 1890s. The gun we're about to fire for you is the world famous Moncrief counterweight disappearing gun, and the one you see here behind us is the only example of its type to be seen anywhere in the world today. The gun was invented in the 1860s and 70s by Captain Moncrief of the Edinburgh Militia. During the Crimean War, Moncrief had seen many men killed by firing their guns from behind very low, weak defensive parapets. Upon his return to England, he undertook to solve this problem. The first thing he invented was the protected barbette, in effect nothing more than a 10-foot deep concrete gun pit in the ground, within which the gun and the gun crew could operate safely. This obviously gives you two problems though. If you're 10 feet deep in the ground and your gun is low enough to fire, or high enough to fire, how on earth do you load it? And if it's low enough to load, how on earth do you fire it? He came up with a counterweight disappearing gun. You see the gun now in its loading position. Once loaded, a handbrake is released and a 5.5-ton counterweight will lift the gun up to its firing position. The recoil then created by firing a 110-pound shell with a 9-pound charge would then create enough force to bring the gun back down below again into its gun emplacement where it could be loaded safely. About 12 of these guns were sent to Plymouth in the 1880s, during a period when Crownhill Fort stood proud as one of the only forts of its type to be fully armed. The guns weren't particularly successful, about 65 were made in total. They were slow to use, they're expensive, and they broke down regularly. As a result, the powers that be weren't too keen on them. However, the men that worked them, it's said, were rather fond of them. Perhaps they broke down so often they had plenty of time off work, who knows. For those of you that know Plymouth, the gun had a range of 3,500 yards, which means that in effect these days we could hit the Wrigley's factory out at Estover and prevent the whole of Europe from chewing gum. We're going to go through the drill now for you once to give you an idea of the sights and sounds of the fort's guns in action. It is loud when it goes off, especially at the top, but there's no need to put your fingers in your ears. If you just hold your mouths open when you hear the command fire, all will be okay.
Squad! Squad, prepare for action, bring up stores.
I never. Bang!
Examine gun.
Like the whole thing.
Sponge out. There. One round, common shell, low.
Just engaged. Break off. Work. Levers. Down. Right. Purchase. Down. Right. Purchase. Down. Stand clear. Stand righty. Short enough time.
I got it from my mouth. Once I go.
Trial. Right. Hold.
Not until I
Fight through. Elevate. Hold. Ready. Ready. Fire. Fist fire.
I didn't know this. I wasn't playing at all. Well, you can't play. I wasn't playing, that's what it is.
That was just a little bit of work.
No, it's actually a shot. It's gonna fire again now.
Ready. Fire. Cease fire. All in. Detachment rear.
Yeah.
Number 5, fall out. Squad, stand at ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, the more observant amongst you may have noticed that the Moncrief disappearing gun didn't disappear when we finally fired it. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to fire a shell out of the gun anymore, and that's what's needed to give the recoil. However, I do hope you enjoyed the demonstration. As you can see, Victorian gunnery wasn't always fail-safe. It often took 2 or 3 times to get the gun to go off. However, that did often happen in Victorian times. It's all part of the act. Hopefully we'll see you again in an hour's time at 1 o'clock in the mortar pit, where we're firing the huge 13-inch land service mortar. Feel free to contact the gun crew once they've been dismissed with any questions you may have. And please don't go away too quickly, especially the young fit ones, because we now need some help to haul the gun back down below again to its loading position. Thank you very much.
Mortar drill, fully, detachment rear. One. Gun. One.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Number 3. Out. Squad. In.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you is the detachment of No1 Depot Company, 7th Western Division Royal Artillery, representing the men who are based here at Crownhill Fort throughout the 1890s. The gun we're about to fire for you is a 13-inch calibre land service mortar, a type of gun invented to provide high-angle plunging gunfire, firing huge 200-pound explosive shells. The 2 mortar pits at Crownhill Fort, this to the northwest and the southwest around the corner, were designed to provide cover for the sheltered valleys this side of the fort, where the French may have hid, safe from direct gunfire. These guns are therefore designed to drop these huge shells on the heads of the Frenchmen. Obviously, the French know it did come, and the fort's guns never were put to the ultimate test, even those that did come here. The mortar cannon only got to Crownhill Fort the year before last, 130 years too late for action. This pit, in the meantime, has been used as a rubbish pit by the army. The guns we're about to fire for you is quite special at Crownhill, as the only gun here we fire that has seen action in the past. These two guns were taken to the Crimea to use to bombard the Russians, so they have seen activity. We're about to go through a drill now for you tonight, to give you an idea of the sights and sounds of the force guns in action. It could well be loud when we fire it, but there's no need to put your fingers in your ears. You can hold your mouths open, especially in the front, all will be okay.
Caution. Right turn, take post. Prepare for action.
If you can't put a gun in there, they can sing and he's going to blow up there. My mother was got big.
Yeah, I would just sit down though because you're far forward.
And like this.
Listen now.
Lifting rods.
Keep your...
Well, you hold on to me.
Go like that. I'm going to hold on to like a dog. It's going to be noisy, you know.
Yeah. Do you hit that, is it? No,
Trail. Left.
You can't put the pick up.
Ready? Aye. Heave. 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 Pulse. Low.
watch them noise, they're going up those big strange bullet things. Look, he's clean, look with a cotton bed, like he did 2 years. See, that's what my dad was clean 2 years.
If it does hurt, it's going to stop. In 5 seconds.
No, just put it under it, open mouth, is it? It goes,
I'm going to go back to Daddy.
not on your own, you're not, please. Look! Could you give me the hand? Give me the hand.
I don't...
You don't be fine. No, you're not, but you.
You think I'll be noisy?
No, I don't think so. Probably yes, that's a lie, yeah. It will be noisy, I think. Look, the big bullet, look. You can't get it in, can you?
Mommy, I can say yes.
Watch, listen now.
Ready. Fire.
That's funny. Stick.
Oh, I did, but it's the hedgehog. You fixed it.
Low.
Do you want to do it again, Matt? Okay, come me, Matt. John, when take it out? Daddy, she's present. Matthew, hold on to the doll. Hold on to the doll. Do for you. Look, come here. Sit down, isn't it?
Ready? Cease fire. Lane detachment rear. Number 3, full out. Squad, stand up. Ace.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you noticed that we didn't actually put the shell in the mouth of the gun. Well, maybe it's there for popular, wouldn't be too happy if we had. As you can see, it's quite an old-fashioned type of gun, but to the back end. And it's quite obvious really why it never arrived. Their roles were instead taken over by howitzers mounted in the field gun sheds on the Fort Parade ground. Please feel free to go and check the gun, of course they've been dismissed, for any questions you may have. The gun's quite safe now, so if you want to stick your head down and get a good smell of gunpowder smoke, you're more than welcome. And hopefully we'll see you again in an hour's time at the Moncrief gun for our next firing at 2 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Here.
They did, yeah. Yeah.
Kyle, right. Halt. Right through. Halt.
No fire. No fire.
Exceptionally like this.
Just a bit closer. Come on then, Jim, let's go. Let's go. Let's have a look.
Everybody volunteers, come on. No good cringing. Come on, there's a bit over there you only need one. Quite that much, I think you can always see that here already. That must be on drink.
This group.
There. Right, close up. You ready? Now on the command heave, you're going to put a short section of rope and then take a fresh purchase. You don't relax and move your feet.
Band break up.
Alright, nice and steady. And heave. Heave. Whoa. Can we straighten this line up a bit more?
It's not him again. Yeah, it's number 6-6.
Number 6 again, or 7. Fire! Yeah. Come on. Hey! 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 Somebody else. Yeah, come on. Hey! 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 Get in there. Hey! Hey! Go on, hand over hand. There you go. And halt.